Wow. Kind of worried here. I don't know if the villages can really beat the Jubi, Obito, and Madara. I don't know. I don't know. Because they're throwing everything and it's not doing a damn thing. Yeah, this was a pretty good chapter. Kishi managed to do something he has done very little of to none this entire arc. And that was kill off some people. Maybe. We'll find out next chapter. Naruto 613, the chapter title is Mind. And I guess that has to do with Obito and Madara being the mind of the Jubi. Whatever they say it in the chapter. So the Jubi has a new form, and it looks pretty sickening. Pretty demonic looking, actually. I can see why this thing was feared. And he starts firing these blasts, the Jubi, and they just seem like these normal BG bombs, sort of. And they're going, and then they take out an entire fucking village out of nowhere. Just a random village just goes, like it's gone. Like, it's basically God just going, bye-bye. The destructive power of this thing is insane. I mean, all this thing has to do is just go, you know what? And then they're all dead. Of course, they're trying to stop that, but whatever. Now, there's really only one part of the chapter that I massively enjoy, though the chapter as a whole was still decent, so it's not really a problem. And that was the ending. Before I get to that, I need to talk more about the Jubi. When it stands up on its two skeleton-like legs with that little gash in its chest, and it's just like, that was some scary shit. I'm for real. That was some scary shit. So yeah, they end up deflecting one of the blasts, and that's how they found out it is able to destroy one of the villages so fast, just a random village, by using an Earth-style jutsu right under its legs as it's firing. That's good. That's actually good because they actually managed to do it with one person, and that was, what was his name? That dude who was leading one of the squads, the dad of that one chick who's like a protector bodyguard of the Tsuchikage. I cannot remember either of their names for the life of me. I'm sorry. Can't do it. But yeah, the blast is huge. It reminds me of when Deidara did that clay thing and nearly killed Sasuke. Nearly. Yeah, so that's that. Now, the most interesting part of the chapter is the end, in my opinion, and that is when the Jubi starts firing another shot, and the headquarters are like, okay, don't flip out or anything, just keep calm. It's coming here! Yeah. Really, you didn't have to say keep calm and listen to me. I would have just been like, get the fuck out! No. They actually had a legitimate reason for it, of course. The dude with the little patch had no reason to say keep calm, because the person who actually had a reason to say keep calm and listen was Shikaku. And the reason for that is he's basically saying, it's too late, we're going to die, that is our thing as a ninja, we have to expect that. What we need to do before we die and be honored is make sure that our teammates actually live to honor us by giving them one last command, and that is supposedly a battle strategy to beat the Jubi, or at least damage it. So, Shikaku's the one who came up with this. So, he should have been the one to say, keep calm and listen, and instead of just, whatever. But the dude, well, yeah, his name was Ao, or A-O, or O, whatever. He was the one who was like, okay, everyone keep calm. He didn't know that they had a plan. Whatever. So, okay, the chapter basically ends with them saying, okay, I have a strategy to stop the Jubi. It's our last job. Connect me to the people on the battlefield. And when Shikamaru / Shikaku usually says that there's a plan in effect that's going to beat something, it usually ends up working because Shikamaru's pretty fucking smart. I imagine his dad's pretty fucking smart. We've seen him do smart things so far. So, I don't think that the Jubi's going to be defeated this easily. I want to say maybe. I mean, the whole villages, the whole alliance is here. Naruto's here. Who knows? I mean, I could see the Jubi being beaten, but I don't see this war ending right away. That's all for the chapter. It was a good chapter. Kishi actually managed to kill off supposedly some people, one of which being Shikamaru's dad. And they killed off, this means they killed off a few members of the previous generation, which is all that really matters. So people are like, Choji's not dying, Ino's not dying, Neji's not dying, Hinata should have died like 4 times by now. Neji in pain, they almost killed her and she's still not dead. The idea of Naruto, the most important thing, the most recurring role, is that the older generation dies, and then the newer generation takes over and leads the village. That's the Will of Fire. That's the king in Shogi, as you probably saw earlier on Shippuden with the Shikamaru Azuma thing. So, the people who need to die in order to further the plot are not the people like the Genin, or the people who were Genin, not this generation, it's the previous generation. Those are the people that need to die. Because that's just the way this Naruto world works. Those people die to lay the pavement for the new generation. If the new generation dies, that defeats the whole purpose of the old generation dying. If if members of the new generation die, then that means they can't lead. They can't lead the village when they become the older generation. So, very few, if any, of the new generation, the youngins, need to die. That's just the way I feel, because then that pretty much negates everything that Kishi has said. So, yeah, the older generation, the dads and the moms of the current generation are the ones that need to go down and onward. So, Shikaku dying, supposedly, again, we'll find out. Let me guess, the blast was deflected. We used Kamui. We'll find out, but these are the people that need to die in order to further the story. So I'm not heartbroken by it, and I'm not heartbroken by the fact that it wasn't someone young who died, like Kiba or something. So, for those of you who want to complain about that, there's the reason why I don't complain. So, there's the chapter. It was a good chapter. Yeah, I definitely can't wait to see what happens next. So, Shikamaru can mourn over his dad, and Ino can mourn over her dad. I believe Ino's dad, or Inoichi, whatever, was the one doing the headset thing. And I also can't wait to see if this plan actually takes down the Jubi. Let's find out. That's all for my chapter review. See you guys around.